Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. This is the daily show sponsored by the CLC team that equips team leaders and their team members to reach their full potential. Find out more about them at clcteam.com. Hey, I hope this is a great day for you. And today, I want to talk about culture. Now, culture has become a big buzzword in the business world and in our society in general, for that matter. And it seems like everyone wants to, quote unquote, fix it within their organization. The thing is, fixing culture takes a very long time, and it may not turn out the way you want it to in the end without becoming ultra involved in it. You see, culture, in simplest terms, is a set of shared values, attitudes, and beliefs of a group of people or an organization or a country for that matter. Now, the important thing to realize here and take away from that simplest definition is that it is a set of shared values, attitudes, and beliefs. And that includes everyone in the group and or organization. The group's or organization's values, attitudes, and beliefs begin with the founder. And yet, by the time all the people are hired and put in place, the culture may be much different than the way it started out. The thing is, in the beginning, the founder and the early partners or team members hire people to fill the positions that are open within the company. And that is where things get interesting. For example, if a company hires somebody with a totally different set of values, attitudes, and beliefs, the culture of the company begins to shift a bit. The new hire can either adapt and accept the different set of values, attitudes, and beliefs, or they can remain the same. Now, this is where things get really interesting, because if the company begins to hire more and more people who have a different set of values, attitudes, and beliefs than the founding members, their own company can take on a completely different culture, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. So, one of the most important questions that I get is, how can I change my culture and get stronger values, better attitudes, and a common set of beliefs? And man, this is where I say the first thing that you need to do is get patience, because this is not going to happen quickly. Changing culture or altering culture is a long, timely process, especially if you want to make a drastic change in culture. The first thing, and the one thing that must always be present, is the example of the leaders. The leaders must live out the desired culture that they want. They must live out the values, the attitudes, and the beliefs, or their team members will never have any chance of changing, because the team members have to see the leaders living it out. The other thing is, the leaders also need to be influential. Their people must respect them enough and be willing to follow their lead. If these two elements are in place, then you're going to have a great chance of changing or altering the culture in your organization. On the other hand, if they don't exist, your culture, it's not going to change. It'll remain the same. So, I'm running out of time for today, but I'm going to continue this discussion tomorrow because I want to discuss the impact that faith and politics has on the culture of an organization and what you can do about it as a leader. For today's challenge, think about what the culture is in your company or within your team. And yes, a team within an organization can have a totally different culture than the organization itself. And that in itself can lead to much bigger challenges if you're not careful. Anyways, think about what your team or organization's values are and how you live them out. Think about what your organization team's attitudes are and if there are any differences among you or your team. And finally, think about what beliefs are within your organization and how you and your team live out those beliefs. We'll talk more about this tomorrow and how you can change the culture in your organization by living it out within your team. Hey, that's it for today. And as a reminder, be sure to check out the current membership community for leaders at clcteam.com/current waitlist. Or you can click on the link in today's show notes. And by the way, you can lock in your $25 a month special rate if you join the waitlist now. Have a great rest of your day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges.